Hey everyone, I am Linda, and for some of you, you may know me as a pastor, you may know me as a coach, you may know me as a financial coach, um, you may know me as an author, a friend, a sister, a cousin, even a realtor, because I'm all those things. But today I want to talk to you woman to woman if I can. And I know there's some men that'll be watching, and you can listen because I'm pretty sure that you have women in your life that you may want to share this with. But I want to talk about how to be confident without coming off arrogant, especially as a female and as a black female. As you can see, I am. Um, Many times we try to be assertive, and in trying to be assertive, we're considered aggressive. We're considered the angry black woman, or confrontational, and all of these negative words get thrown out. And we unwittingly think that we need to slink back and not show up as someone who needs to be in that space. Let me put it that way. And so today I kind of want to talk about 6 ways to come off confident without appearing arrogant, and how to not shrink back when you know that you have what is needed to move the situation forward or to get the project done. Many of us are in leadership roles. And as I said, I'm a pastor, I'm a realtor, I am a financial coach, I am a life coach, and I teach people how to find purpose and passion. And many times I'm called into a space for my expertise, but I'm told that I can't be the expert that I am because I'm a woman. And I have to enter these places even more so aware, not only that I'm a woman, but also that I am a black woman. And so all my sisters out there, regardless of what nationality you are, regardless of your background, regardless of your social status, regardless of anything, that if you are a woman, this is for you. So here are 6 ways that you can come off confident and not come across arrogant, aggressive, and all those negative words they want to throw at us. Number 1, you always want to watch your body language, because sometimes we can be going through things throughout our day, right? And we can come aggressively in a room. And what we have to say isn't aggressive or isn't arrogant, but because we came in with that force, right? Or we have that look on our face. What do we call it? Resting bitch face? Yeah. Yeah, all that can get in the way of you appearing confident. And so watch your body language. Watch how you walk into a space. And remember, you deserve to be in that space. But the way you approach that space has to come across like, I belong here, but I'm not here to take over. What I have to do here is to contribute to what's already here. And the contribution I'm going to make is needed. Okay? So watch your body language. Number 2, you want to watch your words, right? Because sometimes we can say, we meant to say this, but we said this. And people can take words the wrong way, especially when they incorporate it with your body language, right? So if you be like, hi, somebody be like, well, she came in, she was kind of upset and she was yelling at everybody, but all you said was hi. So you want to watch your body language, but also watch the words. Choose your words wisely. Right? There's always a better way of saying things. And so you want to be mindful of how you say what you say and the position of your body. So number one, watch your body language. Number two, watch your words. Number three, you want to acknowledge your areas of weakness. When I am in a room, this is one thing I learned in life early. And when I was younger, I didn't really adhere to it. I knew it, but I didn't adhere to it. And I would put myself in situations and I wouldn't acknowledge my weaknesses. And I would try to, fake it till I make it. If you're confident, you don't have to fake it till you make it. Right? You know where you are, you know what you need to work on it, and you're willing to work on it. You're willing to grow, because a confident person isn't going to shrink back, and they're not going to make unnecessary mistakes. I'm going to say that again. They're not going to shrink back, but they're not going to make unnecessary mistakes. They're going to grow. Okay? So understand that. Acknowledge your weaknesses, and don't do that whole take your strengths and make it a weakness. No, we not doing that. That's so 80s. We not doing that no more, okay? We're going to acknowledge our true weaknesses, and we're going to grow, and we're going to become better because we are confident in what it is that we're trying to do. So number one, you're going to watch your body language. Number two, you're going to watch your words. Number three, you're going to acknowledge your weaknesses. Now, someone will say, well, Linda, people will take that and use it against me. That's because they're insecure. We not playing that game either. That's so 80s, okay? And I can say that because I was a child of the 80s. All right. So number one, watch your body language. Number two, watch your words. Number three, you're going to watch and acknowledge your weaknesses. Number four, you're going to own your mistakes. You're not going to push it off on the next person. You're not going to do the blame game. You're not going to point fingers. You're going to say, I was wrong. I admit that. I said the wrong thing. I came in with the wrong vibe. I came in with a little bit of aggressive in my body language. I said the wrong words. I made the wrong decision. You're going to take ownership of your mistakes. Don't let somebody call you out. You will always hear me say, I will expose myself before anybody else does. And the reason why I do that is because it builds trust with the people that I'm leading. It builds trust with those that have to follow me. And I can be confident, and they can be confident in knowing that, look, if Linda's going the wrong way, she's going to tell us, and she's going to know how to correct course. Okay? So, watch your body language. Watch your words. Acknowledge your weaknesses. Own your mistakes. Number four, celebrate other people's successes. Just because your enemy succeeded does not take anything away from you. And a confident person knows that what is for me is for me. Whatever it is that I'm supposed to get and achieve, I will get and achieve. I don't have to begrudge you anything. I don't have to feel bad because you don't like me or I don't like you and you're getting ahead. Don't compare yourself to other people. Celebrate their successes. Because as quiet as it's kept, you were created for the space that you take up. And they were created for the space that they're taking up. So they were supposed to get that win. They were supposed to get that success. So celebrate it. Because every time you celebrate somebody else's, and I'm talking about real celebration of somebody else's successes. Don't be doing that. Yeah, I'm glad she did. If it was me, I would have did it better. No. That's 80s too, right? We're not doing that. That's 80s and 90s. We're not doing that anymore. So we're going to celebrate their successes because I understand and recognize and I am confident in the skin that I'm in, and I understand that that skin has a place and I will succeed in that place. So I can celebrate you succeeding in your place. So let's go over it again. We're going to do this. We're going to make this happen because it's about time for us women to understand and recognize that we belong at the table. We're not second class citizens. We don't need somebody else to fall off so we can get in. We belong at the table with everybody else. But when we go to that table, and I'm sorry, my ring keeps hitting the desk. But when we get there and we sit in that place, we need to be confident that we have something to contribute. We need to understand that yes, we have a voice, and that voice needs to be heard. And we don't have to be masculine to make it heard. We can be in our femininity and it can be heard. We don't have to come across arrogant. We don't have to come across aggressive. We don't have to come across anything but who we are. Anything but who we are. We can just be. We can just exist. So number 1, watch your body language. Number 2, watch your words. Number 3, acknowledge your weaknesses. Number 4, own your mistakes. And number 5, celebrate the successes of others. Celebrate the successes of others. And number 1, watch your body language. Number 2, watch your words. Number 3, acknowledge your areas of weakness. Number 4, own your mistakes. Number 5, celebrate other people's successes. I said 6, but there's actually 7. That's what's throwing me off. I'm like, wait a minute, I still got more to say. So number 6, we're on number 6 now. Don't take yourself too seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously. Laugh. You know, when I was in school, I didn't like to read out loud. I didn't really like to talk. Because when I would get excited or nervous or, feel a certain kind of way, I would start to stumble over my words. I would start to stutter. And the kids would laugh, right? And I wish someone had told me at that time, because what I found out later on in life is that when I feel uncomfortable in a situation, no matter how well learned I am, how knowledgeable, how much wisdom I have, what I have to say is valuable and people are wanting it, I don't care. I'm always second guessing myself because I have to open up my mouth and talk. And I don't really stutter now. I mean, every once in a while, you'll catch me, it'll come out and I'll start to stutter, or, I'll stumble over a word here or there. I'm tight-tongued, and so there are certain words that I have to really think hard to make them come out of my mouth so they sound right. Again, making me, sometimes I'll try to say something too fast and it'll come out and people will laugh. And I've learned not to take myself so seriously. Guess what? That's my weakness. Sometimes I just can't speak right. Okay, I don't know why God made me a pastor, or called me to pastor a church, or made me a life coach or an author, and everything that I do, I have to talk. I don't know why he did it, but he did. He put me in this space and he said yes. And sometimes you are going to stumble over your words, but guess what, chick? You're going to laugh when you do that. You're going to be like, yeah, I blew that word, and we going to leave it. And if you ever see some of my videos, you'll see I'll stumble over a word and I won't edit it out. Why? Because that's who I am. And I'm confidently going to walk in this skin. I'm going to confidently walk in the place that I need to walk in, because that's who I am. If you meet me on the street, that's who I am. I may stumble over my words. I may stutter. I may say something and it don't come out like it's supposed to. If I try to say Wisconsin, I have to think about it. I can't just say it. If I'm trying to say Massachusetts, I got to think about it. I got to open up my mouth and form the words, because if I don't, it's going to come out all mumble jumble. That's who I am. And I'm okay with it. So don't take yourself so seriously. So, number one, you want to watch your body language. Number two, you want to watch your words. Number three, acknowledge your weaknesses. Number four, own your mistakes. Own them. Just take ownership. Don't let somebody call you out. You take ownership of it. Number five, celebrate the successes of others. And number six, don't take yourself so seriously. And the last one, number seven. Seven is the number of completion. So number seven, mean what you say what you mean. Mean what you say and say what you mean. Well, Linda, what exactly does that mean? When I was learning how to do sign language, and even when I started teaching sign language, I realized that sign language is more of meaning of the word as opposed to the actual word, right? And so what is it that you're trying to say? That's what you sign. You don't sign the actual words. And so in that, it taught me, Linda, be mindful of what you're saying and mean it. Because if you don't mean it, right, people are going to feel that, oh, she just saying something. She just talking out of the side of her neck, or she just shooting from the hip. And she's not really going to show up that way. She's not going to be that. She's not going to do that. You want to make sure that you are saying what you mean and you're meaning what you say. Because if you have that emotional attachment to your words, that's going to be the sweetest confidence, right? That's going to be the sweetest confidence, and you're going to be able to say that. And it's not going to come across arrogant. It's going to come across authentic. And last point I'm going to make, and this is a bonus for you. When you come across authentically, you're never going to be considered arrogant. You're never going to be considered aggressive. You can say the most aggressive thing, but if you do all of these things, you watch your body language, you watch your words, you acknowledge your weaknesses, you own your mistakes, you celebrate the successes of others, you don't take yourself so seriously, you say what you mean and you mean what you say, nobody's going to come up and say, oh, she arrogant, she just talking. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to be something they say about you. It's not going to be giving arrogance, right? So I just wanted to come on here and just talk a little bit, because as a woman, there's a lot of stuff that we have to go through as women, as females, right? There's a lot of hate out there. And when you are a minority, it's kind of compounded. And as quiet as it's kept, we Black women are not the go-to, right? We're just not the go-to. You know, we're the last to get picked sometimes. And we have to understand that we are just as important as everybody else. And what we have to say is just as important as everybody else. And what we have to do is just as important as anybody else. And if you've gone to school, if you've gone through training, if you've gone through the steps to get you to where you are and what you have achieved and accomplished in life, then don't let anybody slight you. Don't let anybody take that from you. Don't take it from yourself. Offer what you have to offer to the world and say, you know what? I'm going to make this happen because I can, because I have the ability to do so. And show up strong in that place. So, I've been challenged to just come and talk for 10 days. And so today is day 1. And each day I'm going to talk about a different aspect of being confident, owning your space, and owning it well. And I'm mostly going to be talking to you women because that's where my heart is, right? I mean, I believe anyone that watches this can learn something from it and take from it and glean from it, male or female, right? Young or old. But my heart just happens to be in the struggle that I'm in, right? And I'm in the female struggle. And I don't understand all of what's going on in the world. But what I do understand is what I've experienced, and what I can talk to is what I've experienced. And I recently went through, and I'll talk about this a little bit more tomorrow, but I just want to introduce this to why I'm doing this, because I recently went through a bout of depression, and I didn't understand that I was depressed because it looked differently than my depression of my younger years, or the last time I had a bout with depression, it was very different. And so I didn't really understand what was going on with me. And through me working through this and talking to coaches and talking to a therapist and talking to others, I realized, wait a minute, this is depression. Oh, and I know how to deal with this. I have the tools in my hand that I can work on this. But many of us, because we have been put in situations where we have been taught to doubt ourselves, that doubt of me and what I can accomplish and what I can do hindered me from dealing with the depression that I was going through, because all of that was packed on the top of it, right? It was just packed on the top of it. And many of you, I think, maybe you're not depressed. Maybe you're not going through anything heavy like I was going through. But maybe something's just, there's a miss. It's just not, it's not connecting, right? The dots are not connecting. Something is out of alignment. And so I want, over the next 10 days, I just want to talk to you and I want to help you. Also, for those of you that know me know that I'm relaunching my coaching business. When I started my real estate career, I kind of let my coaching business take a back seat. And so now I'm coming back to it because part of my depression was because I wasn't doing my coaching, right? And so I felt like a part of me was dying. And so I got to get back out there, and I got to motivate people to find purpose in life, to find their direction, to find what makes them tick, and to get them on that path. And so I'm coming back. And so I'm relaunching Speak to the Mountain. And it's because of the things that I've learned, because of the things that I've gone through, because of the things that I'm encountering now, and how I'm picking myself up by the bootstraps, and I'm learning how to take all of these techniques and use them. I am going to start helping, and I'm going to start with 12 women. And so I'll be talking more about how you can join me if that's something that you want to do. And this is going to be discounted for these 12 women because you guys are helping me build the program. And what I mean by that is it'll be something that'll be online, but you guys are going through this with me. And so you guys are going to be my focus test group and all of that. So you guys are probably going to get a lot more than everybody else will get for this. However, I need you guys to give me the feedback. I need you to let me know what's working, what's not working, what results are you getting, because you're going to get results. If you do the work, if you work the plan is definitely going to work. So stay tuned for all of that. Over the next 10 days, we'll get into it. And this is going to be, I guess you can say, a preview of what's going to be in there, because I'm talking about confidence on these 10 videos, and it's going to be one a day. on TikTok and on Facebook. Those are where I'm going to put them. I'm probably going to put it on YouTube too, because you gotta spread the love. You gotta spread the love. So if you are following me, if you're following me on Facebook, thank you so much. If you're following me on TikTok, thank you. If you're following me on YouTube, thank you. But I would like you to follow me on all three if you're not. So follow me on YouTube, on Facebook, and on TikTok. And let's do this. I'm on Instagram too, so you can follow me there too. We'll see, because Instagram likes it vertical, and TikTok and YouTube want it this way, and Facebook is just gonna have to deal with it. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon. In case you forgot, I am Linda, and I am here to help you be your confident self.